bread and cheese team, which Kay was a part of, who became a developer because he was so involved with the community. So now I guess they picked up Darkness Master, changed the name, and I don't know if they're going to go with their typical setup used to be the double Ranid, which was Nordy Gazhag, and back in the day Nordy also used to play Nomad very often. So maybe after the Nomad nerfs, though, he might just stick with the double Ranid and go with the Alchemist. So already Gazhag picking one of the Alks, and actually they're going to go with Seeker. So looking for more of the, I don't know, some people might call it tier whoring, but actually they're going to go triple DPS, and not just that, but triple, almost triple DPS with no self-healing. So this will be really interesting to see if they can really combo their abilities and not get bursted down by somewhat of a tanky team. You got Thorn, Astro, and Ranid. So Ranid's very slippery, Thorn's very tanky, and Astro can be a real pain, especially against double melee range. So we will see if we get this great black screen bug, and that'll be a good way to get into this here.
Oh, black screen, how we adore thee. Now get out and let us watch our game. But yeah, as you were saying, we don't have any of that self-healing there. Going to be going down on Anime Run Karat. I don't hear any fighting yet, so maybe the round's still starting. But with that Astronomer, I mean, he can always space in, get off those M1s for that extra burst damage, and that allows a lot of things to go down with the comboing. I mean, he also has himself his R, his Q. The Moonstone is a great disable. It's a long-ass disable, and you can really combo down someone, keep him out of the fight a long time. I do hear the Ranid trying to do work upon this team, but with that triple DPS, they really have to start tunneling someone. I hear someone dead already. It's been 30 seconds. I'm not too sure what's going on. It's either going to be the triple DPS tunneling down someone successfully, or that Astronomer is going to get off some of those key heals and disables and just bring it out of the fire. We will find out. I do hear the round is over. We should be seeing something here soon, Taz.
Well, I heard a Ranid laugh and a Seeker laugh back-to-back, so there was a Ranid on the other team. I would assume, though, since there was only 3 screams, that the triple DPS really came through and got an easy win there. So
you're using your ears to maximum efficiency there.
Yeah, I know the sounds, man. I'm a player as well. I'm not just a commentator. I play this game all the time, so that is how it went, and actually Cold Team did take that one fairly easily right there and taking that first round. So already, though, Choperius below 50% HP. Look at that lightning arrow bouncing back and forth, and already Choperius down on that Ranid on the Worm team of Too Cool. So already a 2v3 situation, and with triple DPS, they got a lot to worry about here. Wow, man, Altorius just getting crushed in the face. And already the debuff coming out, and another really quick round there. This triple DPS really strong right now.
All right, we got Frequency back in the game. I did invite him after that black screen of death, tried to destroy us all. But yeah, Cold Team coming out. They didn't lose a single member again. And I'm just going to do a quick recap there of round number 1. Does look like Nority coming out with the big damage on that one. 389 damage with 11 CPS. And they, again, did not lose anyone there in the first round. So yeah, they are doing good work here against this Cold Team. Cold Team, I mean, you'd think with the Thorn a little bit, especially up against these melees, he should be able to do a good amount of control with, the right click, all the Thorns, the Mudwalk just jumping right in, grabbing Nority there. It does look like, people are splitting up, but they are, very close together right now. The Seeker trying to do a good amount of damage. We did miss that right click there on Peter, but Darkness Master, he's not looking so healthy right now. He's going to be chasing Choppers. Yes, he does go down. He does his Venom off before he does die. Altorius, however, or Altorius, sorry. He's about to go down to a combo here from Nority, and that's going to leave Peter. We did finally lose someone. Darkness Master did go down on the Cold Team. It's not going to matter. A very strong opening game here for Anime Run Karat.
Yeah, Anime Run the Carrots is really running with the rabbit and the carrot right there. So, Ranid's being really strong right now. Stalker can only do so much. Hey, what the hell? It's 3-0. Who screwed up? Someone's got to forfeit because they didn't make the server correctly. So it is going to be the round for Anime Carrot. They're just going to have to forfeit so they can change the number of rounds played because for some reason the default is not set correctly. And how are you both colors? Oh, never mind.
Because we're awesome, duh.
How come I'm not a color? This is horse crap. I get freaking unbelievable.
You're not special.
I get the gray title, and you guys get a team name. So apparently you guys are the referees? I guess you could call it.
I'm going to jump over here to the rules. One match contains a maximum of 3 rounds. So players, if you're listening, Maximum of 3 rounds, and it doesn't actually say best of 3. Let me check a quick look. Team size,
Best of 5. It's best of 5 every time.
Yeah, but
It means first to 3.
That means we're already done this round.
Right. So it doesn't matter what they do. It's just going to be Cold Team's round anyways.
The rules actually don't say best of 5. That's a little weird.
Well, that's what it is.
Huh. Yeah. No,
It could be bugged. You never know. I mean, right now...
Here we go. Complete rules. Let's see what... Oh, wow. This is a big page.
That's a lot of words.
Decider maps, server maps, region, server, client, don't care. Match settings, 1-on-1, no. We're playing 3-on-3. Rounds to win 3, maps best of 3. So, yeah, I don't know why we're still playing this.
I don't think they can forfeit. They keep throwing out the forfeit, and it's not forfeiting. Oh, I think it's because you guys are on their team. Can you guys hit forfeit?
We're definitely not on his team, dude.
Oh, okay. There we go. 5. Okay. So we're getting somewhere.
See, rounds to win, it says 5 in the rules of this game. Change rounds to win, Plux.
Okay, so they're just retarded. And that's why we have people making
there we go.
the server that what to do. All right. So.
Yeah, Warm Team here, I mean, they had to look around all those maps, like, okay, ban this one, okay, ban this one. Clearly didn't know what the rounds to win were. So, guys, if you're going to enter tournaments in the future, especially when we're going to be casting it, don't go in blind, because we're just going to make a fool of you, which is, fun for us and fun for you.
You got blasted. Bam. Boom, roasted, right? Something like that.
Sure.
All right, so anime. Anyways, recap here. Anime winning 5-0, which was obviously enough for a first map win victory. Either way, it was 3-0. So they just decided to make it 5. Extra 2 points, no big deal. And anime is that much closer to advancing in the winners' brackets.
All right. Yeah, you're quite correct. I mean, if we do get this going, they are going to move on to the semifinals of the winners, and the others, the other team, will going to get jumped down to the losers. I'm going to check out, see if SK has actually showed up to the tournament or not.
They were talking about being in the tournament, so I'm pretty sure they are in the tournament. I don't know where they're at. But actually, look at this here. We got 2 cool going double-randed Thorn. I don't know what they plan to go here. Maybe they're just going to triple DPS to counter triple DPS. I'm not really sure. But all I can say is there's going to be a lot of damage going out on the board for one of the teams, and we'll see if it is something Too Cool can actually recover from here. As looks like we are going to get this round, even though we can't see the players on the sides, but we're actually going to be able
I love the new Hollywood opening. It's like we pan over here, we see them all lined up, we pan back to the round, we're just waiting for them to start. The timer has reset. 3, 2, 1. Are you with me, Taz?
Yep, I'm actually with this one. Unbelievable.
All right. So, yeah, you mean that new Hollywood opening, pretty cool stuff. We don't have those player lists, but that's okay. The double ranted with the Thorn, as you were saying, trying to do a little bit of counter, but I don't know, if you're not really practiced with it, who knows? Chalperis, again, going down very quickly. Darkness Master almost able to finish him off. The blow darts come out, but no, we do have Gaze go down instead. That ranted. Chalperis doing a great job of staying alive. Norty going to be trying his best to keep Peter entertained, and some damage going down again. It seems very split right now. Norty and Darkness Master more playing solo 1v1 kind of style, but we do have Darkness Master almost taking out Notorious. Oh, we do have this ultimate coming out. He does get one kill. He does not get the other as his teammate goes down, and Chalperis again, staying alive that entire round, doing great amount of damage. Peter doing some good control. Let's see the control. Peter 61 protection, but the control going actually to Chalperis for 65, so good stuff.
Yeah, vast majority of that due to obviously the camouflage stun combination, which is very easy to get off. Some of the others are a bit harder, like Peter's pull. Very important piece of control, but when you get it off, it makes a huge difference for your team the majority of the time. So, double DPS or double triple DPS, something we almost never see. It's very interesting because basically who can get the kills the fastest. And it kind of takes a weird turn on strategy. And actually, already it looked like the Stalker going down for the Cold Team as the Cold Team. Now it looks like they're resetting now. The EX Mushrooms come up from Peter. Going to heal up his whole team right there. So good, wow. Good job from Nordy right there. We're getting a double blitz with that double cast. and making sure he was stunned that entire duration with the lightning arrow. But Peter just going to throw those mushroom bolts, or the spores at him, rather, and get that kill. So now Gazhag all by himself, sitting at about 10%, not going to matter. The EX dart's going to come out and going to end his rage right there. So already 2-0 for the Too Cool team after switching to triple DPS, doing a lot better.
Yeah, they definitely have a better response this round than they definitely did last time. I mean, that Astronomer combo just kind of melted, but now that they are going all offensive, it does look like, the whole flow of the game being very well controlled here by the Worm team, which is, it's awesome to see. I wouldn't say it's unexpected, but yeah, I mean, these teams, they take a lot of combination, a lot of practice to get down. It does look like we are going to be clustering again. Altoria is dropping very low. Norty trying his best to stay away. Gazhag looks very, very healthy this time, but Choperius, he's not going to be living around this time. If we do have a pull going down, Darkness Master, Peter, unfortunately, bringing him to his own death, and now Altorius is left to 1 versus 3, a big turnaround that we did see last game. The Ice Arrow is going to finish that off with the help of the Ren. A very quick round, 35 seconds, but Norty coming out with 341 damage, so big difference that round.
Yeah, that Seeker definitely dictated the entire pace of the match there, as he landed every single ability I think he threw it. I was watching him a good portion of the time, and I could just tell that I think it was going to be a big difference, him being sitting in the back, not getting pressured at all. Actually, he's going to get pulled here, so he's going to go right into the middle. Chopper is already 50% HP, not going to be able to heal up other than those darts, so he's going to watch out for that Gazhag, taking a ton of damage. Nice lightning arrow from Noerty to slow him down. Chopperus was about to get a stun combination on the Gazhag that could have been the end of him. Actually, Gazhag is going to get hit by that, but it doesn't matter. The Thorn from Peter is going to go down. Peter, Paul, Mary, whatever you want to call it, Bible studies. And already, Chopper only one left in the map, as the other two players are going to be healing up. Not going to matter because he is not going to be able to pull it through. So 2v2 now in rounds. And, this one right here for the Team Anime on the cold side, if they win this one, then they advance. If not, then they have to do another set. So big round for them to win. It would be a big comeback if they do pull it out.
And this is what we like to see in these games, equal skill levels going head-to-head. If this can be won here by the Cold team, Anime Run Karat is going to go right on to the semifinals, while we will see Too Cool, the Worm team, go down into those losers. So Chapiris being very, very aggressive, going to go off there. Gets one auto attack down onto Darkness, but that's going to open up everything. Norty is getting double-teamed, but a great Ice Arrow to the Immolation, doing some good work there on Peter. Peter is retaliating very well. Norty less than half health already. Darkness Master trying with those incapacitates. Unfortunately, I think that might just be his undoing, but he's going to get out of that for now. Altorius going to get off that Venom, and that's going to be it. But Norty going to be taking a little bit of revenge there, so bring it to a 2v2. Peter is off to the side, so is Norty. Both of them going to be trying to healing up. There's the EX mushrooms we were talking about. Norty with the Bloodline Medallion. It's not going to be enough, though, not aggressive enough from this Worm team, and I don't think Peter's going to be able to win that, so Norty's going to run on the spot there in celebration, but Anime Run Karat, they're going to be moving on.
Yep, and great play by them. They really came back, and they were down in a 2-0 deficit after the switch up to the triple DPS. And, they maybe found a strategy that worked for them, said, this is the weak player, the weak link, found the weak link, got rid of him, and, put it in 2v3 situation. They were able to take it 3 matches in a row and advance. So always definitely an ideal situation, as I believe we should be going to watch SK next. So it should be, according to Sobi1, the owner of BLG, obviously, it should be TL All-Stars versus SK Gaming. So, Stream Monsters, I know there's a million of you out there that are big SK fans, so I'm sure you'll all be happy to see Jackasm at work.
Yeah, SK Gaming, top team of the world. Now, I do hear that we have another contracted team entering the ranks. Is that true?
I have not heard about that.
Okay, I heard something about Team Beastie, but I suppose that was something else.
I've heard of a Team Beastie. I didn't know it was a contracted team.
Okay, I could be blowing smoke here. I heard some rumors. I was thinking, okay, so now we're going to see a lot of these, big contracted sports or esports organizations coming into the game. Right now, we will go with the confirmed SK Gaming. I hear Mr. Two Teams is actually looking around as well for a sponsor, but we have SK Gaming going up against, who are these guys?
TL All-Stars?
TL All-Stars, as you did say. It says RMP for me on the on this, but I think that's actually the wrong team. So let's go with TL All-Stars. Oh, this is a round 2 game. Got it. Yep, Germany team. Awesome stuff. Taz, take it away.
All right, so we have a team of grade 16s against a team of, quite frankly, it doesn't matter what grade they are. They're the best team in the world. It's really hard to debate that at this point. They win almost every major tournament in the last like 3 or 4 months, so grade really isn't meaning a whole lot to these guys. Obviously, they're grade 26, the highest in the game right now. So, they're pushing towards that, cap of grade 30, and they're looking to be the first team to do it. They are easily in pace to do so. As I expect this to be a very hard match for the Colt team. I'm not sure if they've ever played a team of this caliber, but we will find out, see what they are fully capable of. As actually, we will see if this one's going to start.
Nah, it's going to be a black screen. But one thing to notice here, Rex. Oh, it's not a black screen. Awesome.
Holy crap.
Rex, not an inhibitor. He's going that engineer instead. So
maybe a new European thing.
Could be a new European thing. He might not just be taking this serious. I mean, it is a second-round game, those quarterfinals. Might be trying something new. Maybe we're going to see a swap up to a new team comp that's going to be glorified in their name. But Engineer, I mean, he's not a shabby character at all. We just do not see enough of him out and around.
Yeah, Engineer's been really coming onto the scene lately in a big way. And, Ooga Booga has been a big part of that. And a couple other teams have really been running Engineer pretty frequently, as actually Rex is going to be putting out a lot of shotgun blasts right now. Jack doing his thing, basically soloing 2 members by himself at the moment, while Chips is just sitting back there throwing out the heals, putting out the injections, and already Rex with an ulti, Machine Gun just taking down a member already as Wuzo, about to drop himself, goes down, and Minervan all by himself already, and wow, SK Gaming, what can you really say? What can you really say about SK Gaming? Very expected. They just crushed him right there in that round.
One thing to note here, Chip Cyan, took 0 damage that entire game. 0 damage. So, big tip, you want to try to pressure Chip as much as you can because he is going to be their healer. Alchemist, great healing abilities coming out of them, big range as well, and if he can land those deadly injections, it's just going to be a collapse game on top of you. Right now, we do have Huzo. He does get a swap there onto Rex. Not too sure why, because now he's being beaten to death by Chip Cyan and that Alchemist derp. Rex is going to be going one-on-one against Monfaher over there, and Huzo still trying to stay alive. Minervan trying his best to keep Chip busy over here. We do have a Goo coming out. We do have the Whirlwind from Jack. He's going to be grabbing a second kill there, and Minervan just going to be a solo here. Yet again, the Dead Roots coming out. Chip taking damage, but right now it is a 2 versus 2. Jack has him and Monfire. They're going to go one-on-one. Rex is already dropped as well. Minervan could be collapsed upon here. We have a good chance with it. Chip doing a lot of control with his various skills. Jack is going to be trying to that Kunju, and then I think we had the Wuju come out from Inhibitor, but nope, Jack is going to grab that kill. Minervan's going to come over here with a Mudwog, but he doesn't have any kind of energy for that kind of stuff. Rex has actually left the game. Not too sure why he rage quit.
DC'd. He got connection timeout. So he did crash, and they'll have to remake, they'll have to forfeit and go back to the screen now because of it. So,
okay.
Well, either way, SK won that one, so I have to imagine they will elect to take that one with them. So it should be Jackasm. Look at that. He's like, not needed. We'll just 2v3 you guys, no problem. So they're just going to continue on. And I guess, that's right, they did add the reconnect feature. So, Rex did reconnect, and there we go. So Rex is back. And in the meantime, Jack is just, he throws out the Whirling Blade with the Shuriken and just keeps cutting him while they wait for Rex to get back. Rex back in, Minerva at 50% HP on that Thorn. And Rex does have an ulti already. He just joined, he has an ulti, Jack has an ulti, and they're looking to get the Wombo off, but not going to matter, as Jack is actually going to spin onto Woso. Woso in big trouble right now, looking for the bait, not going to happen. And actually, it looks like Cass is showing up, so after this one, it looks like Cass might be actually here. So it looks like SK will be taking this quite easily, as expected, I'm sure, from most people here. And Turbulence coming through there, and that is one big engineer. So Rex pulling it through, even though, he DC'd last game, that's why he died. Didn't matter, though. SK is still going to take it.
All right, so I do believe this is where we're going to be doing the swap. So tell the teams not to go on. We're going to try to get Cast in here. Right. Let me see if I can grab it into Skype for you. As for those unaware, I was just covering here for Cast. He has some important stuff to do, but now that he has shown up. You got him? All right. Cast, are you there, sir?
I am here.
Awesome. Great. Jump into the game there with Taz. You're going to be with Frequency. You're watching SK Gaming, and I am going to bow out. So you guys have a good tournament. I'll see you at the finals.
All right. See you at forecourt. Thanks for handing the mic off to me.
Welcome, cast.
Yeah, sorry for the delay, and I couldn't make it at the beginning, guys. I do work at a restaurant, and I had to cover for somebody who got in a motorcycle accident. So, I was being a nice guy, taking their shift. Got to pay the bill somehow. But SK Gaming did win that last one. I picked up that they were, pretty much dominating.
Yeah,
And
that
we'll get
was
on.
an understatement almost. It was, at one point, Jack was basically like, we'll 2v3, no problem, so.
Yeah, I see.
I guess with this new hotfix they put out, there's been a lot of observer bugs. I don't know how well you've delved into these, but they got a lot of work to do. That's definitely not very friendly to us right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. But, hey, at least I can just hop in mid-game if needed, and you can observe the tournament system. So, there's a lot of features. They're putting out some advanced stuff, and you can't really complain a whole lot. It feels good to actually watch the game at 60 frames a second, as it looks like we do have Jackasm going in, Fleetfoot doing a very nice job, but it looks like he's just going to harpoon on over to the Psycho Pump, but Rex in the meantime, nice concussion shot onto Father over here, and that let for the Shuriken. Jackasm's going to maybe use his ultimate in a second. Huso just running off around the corner as Rex did unload his machine gun. Jackasm still looking for a good time to ult, not exactly sure when he's going to do it. Rex just going to kite around the angry Psycho Pump with the Guardian Angel Wings. Goo comes out. Wuso going to have to, other side to get out of there, and this Cold team is just going down so easy. Everybody on the warm side absolutely getting maraudered. Nobody even trying to wooju or interrupt the machine guns right there, and that was brutal. That was brutal.
Yep, brutal is a good word for it. We were talking about, Rex and Engineer. It seems to be kind of a changing trend in the metagame for the EU players right now, as a lot of teams are trying out the Engineer to see how it works for them.
I think Rex is just trolling, though.
It's very possible. Rex does play a lot of different characters, and he plays twos pretty competitively with others, with X-Teen, I believe, and he's actually pretty decent on a whole lot of things. It's actually Jack is going to do his thing, wait for the country to bait out, and already Rex with an MG and Minerva dropping really low. Thorn dies, Psycho Pomp dies, Mofires all by himself, and I thought they were going to get a shrink kill on that. So not maximum trollage achievement yet, but they're getting to that point.
Yep. And sorry, I'm eating a cookie. I know this is really bad, but I haven't had anything to eat since like 8 this morning.
You work at a restaurant and you haven't had anything to eat.
Yeah,
wow.
You can't eat while on the job. And I just ran on over from the restaurant, came right back because I know you guys want me to commentate some stuff. All right, here we go. Got my cookie finished, and it looks like barrier used pretty early, and it looks like Favre over there gonna just be trying to be a little bit aggressive, but he's already got punished down to about half HP. Rex doing a good job with the EMP, gonna take that shield off of Minerva. And he is just going to be punished. Look at that. Chip Cyan just running around doing M1's instant injection, throwing out the sleep right afterwards. Rex going to be using his machine gun, and it looks like Huso going to have to use the other side. Jackasm just still putting on that pressure. We didn't see any kind of coordinated burst whatsoever from the cold side. And Chip Cyan, Jackasm, and Rex will definitely beat you out in a 1v1 situation, especially since Rex does have the dispels against the Thorn Roots and the Inhibitor Barrier.
I guess that was 2 rounds. Yeah. I guess that was 2 maps. I can't remember. That's right.
Jester
won the
was
past
first one.
Yeah. So obviously SK will be advancing to everyone's happiness. Everyone loves seeing SK, and I think it has a lot to do with Jack because Jack is one of those big players that it gets a lot of publicity obviously in this scene right now. He has his own stream that he runs that people can watch in his point of view, I believe, so people can see just how crazy his Apparently he's Russian, right? Isn't he Russian?
I don't think so. I
thought
think
he
he's
was
actually... No, he's Swedish.
Is he Swedish?
Yeah, go to the goodluckhavefun.gg tournament page, and I think it's...
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, they're saying he's not... I don't know. People are saying he's everything right now, so maybe it's just a little bit of everything. So we'll just say he's some kind of guy that lives in Europe / Asia / somewhere else, and... he gets a lot of publicity.
You're right. Yeah,
it.
Jackasm is not Swedish. I think he is Norwegian.
Norwegian, yeah.
So if you go to glhf.gg, scroll over the SK Gaming name tag on the right side, and you will see that his flag is not the Swedish flag. Anywho, what game are we going to go into next? I mean, I don't want to watch SK Gaming all day.
So we'll be saying Ooga Booga versus someone. So, we were talking about maybe Rex trolling a bit on the Engineer, but, the metagame is definitely shifting, and the Engineer seems to be quite popular these days. Mr. 2 has been a long-time player. There's that other team who plays Engineer a lot as well. I can't remember who the other person.
So does Wacky and Mega Zero. Wacky does play Engineer for Team
Wacky.
Love Rocket.
So, I mean, those guys are pretty high tier. They definitely have won their share of tournaments in the past, and with Engineer in their lineup. So, it's not exactly not viable. Even if they were trolling, it's definitely viable in all circumstances. He has good EX abilities and good pressure. So, it could very well be a shift. But, as we've said before, SK likes their builds a lot. They like sticking with what they're good with. Seems like there's that one player that seems to be the person that has to switch off. Igniter didn't work out for them when the metagame changed to more pressure, so they decided they needed something more defensive for Rex to get away from. So,
well, it was more to help Chip Cyan, to tell you the truth, because Chip Cyan against the double Rav, they made that switch when Iverson and K-Bud were going in double Ravener, and they, I believe, had a Psycho Pump as their healer, played by Mega Zero. And so, they needed that barrier against double melee pressure, against any kind of real heavy burst DPS. And Igniter, I mean, he can throw out a Volcano, but Rex's main actually was Inhibitor before he went Igniter for a couple months. So it was just a natural transition to go right on back and to, pick the Inhibitor just for a little bit more defensive ability. And I mean, Inhibitor can really do a great job of damage as well. He does have the Amplify stacks, and then if you get 3 M1s off and then use an M2, not only does it give you, 7 healing, but it does 30 damage as well. So that's actually a pretty huge bonus factor right there. It also gave him a couple more options in terms of incapacitates and stuns, stopping channeling abilities and things like that. So it was a good swap up, and it made their composition even more deadly than it is now. Or than it used to be.
Not to mention, like, a double Kunju, essentially. A Kunju Wuju is, it's pretty devastating. You have to really be careful. Not just the fact that they're very aggressive now, but also they're very defensive. You have to really watch. You can't just spam M1s on them and expect not to get punished for it. So, Wujus, Wajis, Kunjus, Fleetfoots, there's a lot of different abilities they can use to avoid. And, Chip's very good at handling his own against one, sometimes even 2 players. Very high skill aim player. I mean, his accuracy has got to be in the 90 percentile range with his sleeps, clarities, the way he wants them to go. Just an all-around amazing alchemist. Easily one of the best in the game. Speaking of healers, though, Zient, probably the only top-tier Astro 3v3 player right now on the market. So it is definitely interesting to see. I mean, Astro's really gone from being really popular to really unpopular lately. Or not lately, but in the past. We used to see Astro all the time, and now not so much. So it might be due because Psychopomp was just after the the realignment patch, I guess you could call it. Psychopomp got some pretty
1.1.
Right,
so.
the release patch. It got pretty significant buffs, and then Pomp kind of took over where Astro was at, and Alchemist has always been actually really popular. So Alchemist has really been unchanged for quite a while.
Yeah. So I mean, last patch, Psychopomp got nerfs in terms of her ultimate, 15% less damage and healing when you use the Guardian Spirit, as well as the other side. You can see them fading into existence back from the other side a little bit earlier. I think it's 0.7 seconds up from 0.2. It might have been 0.5. I mean, we'll have to check that. But, it was some kind of significant nerfs to Psychopomp, although Psychopomp is very aggressive still, very aggressive healer, very good healer. A lot of people just aren't using her quite as much because of those little changes. It put her back in her place. Now that gives a time for Astronomer to sort of, rise up in the ranks, through, other people getting nerfed a little bit. He can actually, stick his head out. And the thing is that you can't trance any beam attacks anymore. So Igniter, Fire Beam, and then you also have Astronomer, his ultimate, his Astral Beam. Most of the time, astronomers wouldn't even use that because, well, A, you're standing there channeling it, but B, you would have, people doing Kunjus, people doing Wujus, and people would just trance it, but you can't do that anymore, and so you can't be as interrupted, which is very good. And so I've seen it a little bit more in action. Also, I have seen a couple more astronomers in the 2s and 3s brackets, just coming up because, well, A, he's a free hero of the week, but also, like I said before, he's a little bit more viable at this point compared to the other heroes.
Well,
and
I think in twos
burst.
he's the best because in
twos,
twos
yeah.
I think he's the best unless you're playing with one hell of a good alchemist. In twos the damage is harder to get because you only have 2 players. So if you can actually get a healer that's good offensively as well as defensively, then it just makes it that much easier. And the spacebar in twos is just so unbelievably good for not just escaping but actually initiating as well. And, instant trance, no problem. I would say he's probably the most common in twos. I've been playing a lot of twos lately, the last... it looks like we're switching games here.
Are we? Uh-oh. Yeah, it looks like we were waiting on Donors by Heart and Nami Nami to finish things up. But, again, we want to give you guys something to watch on the stream. So I think we might be...
SK versus Anime Carrot? Something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Just Team Anime. That's what I'm going to call him.
That's what we were arguing about. Me and Jester were like, how do you say this name? Is this English? I don't even know.
All right. Well, we're leaving, and I'm going to be following Frequency into the next game because he is the one that's actually in charge of the stream now. I can actually enjoy the game at 60 frames a second rather than 25. So.
Apparently, Frequency's got a really high def screen, so we kind of like to see what your guys' feedback is of Frequency streaming now. What's the quality like, etc. We can't watch because obviously we have to use our internet power to commentate the games. Our brain function's got to be in the game and not otherwise. So just in stream, tell us what you think. We watch our stream at blgtv.net.
Yeah, and I sort of just threw it upon him at the last second, so the overlays aren't quite as fancy. I mean, he's still got all the basic overlays because we are a little bit coordinated here at BLG, but, some of the finer tuning aspects, you just can't update them, and he didn't have the little icon in the bottom left. There was something wrong with the Photoshop file. But regardless, we are going to be seeing this next game, SK Gaming, and as you said, Team Anime, if I'm not correct. Anime on the Cold Team?
Yep, Anime on the Cold Team. Yeah, we were talking about basically this was bread and cheese without K nowadays. K, I guess, a little bit too involved now that he's interning at Stunlock Studios. Maybe he's got a little bit more work on his plate, so they got Darkness to fill in for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Darkness Master, the Destroyer. I mean, that's a pretty menacing name, and he's playing Stalker of all things. Right now, he's got the Shadow Cloak, the Shadow Strike. I mean, it fits his name quite well. I think it was a good choice. But, yep, again, more observer bugs. Don't you worry, guys. They're just chilling out here in the top left, having a picnic. But if we go back to the screen. What?
It's funny how they're all together as well. They're not even on opposite sides. They're just like, what's up? How's it going? No problem.
Yeah, it's like, hand me that apple. No. Duel it out. They got to fight over the lost apple in the top left corner.
It's like a homeless fight.
Homeless fight. I mean, if the homeless fought like this, man, U.S. and I guess the rest of the world would just be in shambles. But here we go. We're going to get this one underway. Jack has him throwing out a harpoon. Darkness Master going to use puncturing strikes, and he's not going to hit anything. But notice he used it in a direction so that he wasn't just vulnerable to attack. And now he's going to let Gazhag get on in there a little bit. Chip Cyan using the barrier, maybe waiting for that to die out. Darkness Master going to go in. He does have puncturing strikes. Yes, he uses it and doesn't get hit by the deadly injection. Good, run through with the EX lunge by Gazhag that blinded everybody. And look at this. Darkness Master does have his ultimate up. He is going to use, his abilities right now. And, Rex did get taken out in the meantime. Darkness Master doing a good job just bouncing around, not getting pressured by Chip Cyan right there, and allowing Gazhag and Noerty to finish things up. And one thing I want to mention is that this is a triple DPS team on the cold side. They don't have a healer. It is viable to do triple DPS.
Yeah, that's it's not something that is seen a lot in the European scene, triple DPS, but
any scene.
Honestly. Well, I mean, it used to be real popular in the American scene. Americans used to love running the triple DPS setup.
It was only Mushin.
Right, but they were the top player. They were the top U.S. seed, so they almost always made it to the grand finals of the U.S. when they were active. which wasn't a whole lot, unfortunately. But already here, they're really turning around on Gazhag, as Gazhag dropping at 25% HP, and with no healer, they're just going to keep getting capitalized on it. Gazhag is going to drop right here. Nice stun by Rex with the space through, and already a 2v3 situation for the team of Anime, and they're just trying to get chips down right now. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, as actually the injection's going to explode. Goo's coming out, 1v3 situation, and SK is going to take that one quite easily. So it seems like they made an adjustment. They just jumped on Gazhag right there. He dropped fast, and everything just crumbled from that point on.
Yeah, 189 tanked really quick. You have to, as triple DPS, really focus on your initiation and working as a team, because if you take any kind of damage at all, and if you're not good at dodging, everything's going to crumble apart, especially against this SK Gaming team, who is just so good, best players in the world at this point. And look at that, Darkness Master just triggering the Kunju, and that's going to leave Jackasm to do whatever he wants, but look at this. Chip Cyan actually getting pressured quite a bit. Gazhag going to be using the Frog Leap. Darkness Master going to try and go in. Rex doing a great job of support. Jackasm's going to be the target of choice. Shuriken comes out. Gazhag one hit from death, and he's not going to go down quite yet. Jackasm is going to be frozen. Darkness Master in the meantime on Chip Cyan, but gets taken out by Rex, who is just, sitting in between Jackasm and Chip, supporting whoever he needs to, which is very good. So that's really good team play right there, throwing out the barriers on whoever's being pressured at the time, and not letting anybody fall to the ground.
Yeah, that's I don't know, the triple DPS, they kind of went in at separate times. It seemed like Noerdi was kind of 1v1ing Jack in the middle of the map, and it was kind of a 2v2 fight, and 2 DPS is not enough to take down these high-tier players like Chips or even Rex. And Jackasm will win that 1v1 fight every time. He's so used to it. He's a very good 1v1 player. That's like it seems like it's the way he enjoys to play the Spearmaster. And already Darkness Master going pretty aggressive on the Chips. The barrier does go on Chips, and we're going to see if they get a break. No, not coming out. So good way to bait that out. And actually Chips gets jumped on right there, taking a lot of damage. Spacebar comes in from Darkness. Darkness tries using his puncturing strikes, but is going to hit that wall. Oh, he's one hit from death right there. He goes down, but so does Darkness Master. It's now a 2v2 situation, and this is not very ideal for the Cold team. They needed to get a kill on either Chips, Jax, or Rex and not lose somebody, or else they're really going to be in a bad position, as actually Gazhag is one hit from death, and Jackasm is menacingly chasing him down. Oh, Shuriken around the corner. That thing had some curveball action on it right there, as he had no idea that was coming. Hit him square in the face, and that's going to be this one. So it's looking like SK is probably going to take this one, assuming Noerdi is going to die here. But, they're just having this 1v1, and Noerdi's actually getting a lot of shots on Rex right here. Wow, what the heck just happened? How did he get hit?
I think he wooju'd the Blitz? No, I don't think you can do that. I'm not exactly sure how he died.
I don't either. He took like a 4 damage somehow.
Okay, well, hopefully this is being recorded, and did Frequency actually press the record button? Do you know, Taz?
I thought Mike was recording or something.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to hear it from the boss man. Sobi1. Say in chat, did you record? Did you press the record button? This could be bad. See, I'm not the only one that fails.
No, you are.
Like a boss. I don't know. Nobody recorded. Uh-oh. Stream's going to blow up. Where's Programmer Arn? Okay. Sobi says he's recording. Good. Crisis averted. No dumpster fire to be had.
Actually, you missed it. When Forecourt was casting, like right in the middle of a round, his fire alarm started going off, so that was entertaining.
Nice.
Speaking of dumpster fires, I think he might have had one going on over there or something.
In Canada? Just to heat the place up, I wouldn't be surprised.
So it happens when you use like beavers and firewood, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know how you guys deal with it up in the north. It's just, I can't take it. I'm one of those hot weather, summer, about, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's nice and toasty down in the southeast United States. But, all right, Tez, I've been taking all these first rounds from you here, so I'm going to give you the honors of doing this one.
Assuming we actually get to see the first round. Right now I see the water. Oh, there we go. All right. So, all right, so again, we're going to have Anime going up against SK. SK does have a 1-0 map advantage. No surprise there, I'm sure, to a lot of people. But look at Jack and Rex right here jumping on Noerty, and they're looking for a straight-up, a quick kill here as the Shuriken bounces around, getting maximum energy gain. And Jack has him just, menacing around right now, looking to find that damage. And actually, he's going to jump on Darkness Master, but he does, obviously switch up. As Noerty's sitting at about 25% HP, I'm surprised not jumping on him. Actually, they are going to decide to go with it. Kunchu proc and not going to matter. EX Harpoon is going to finish him off. It's already a 2v3 situation as the Turbulence comes out. Not going to matter. He's just going to melt in the goo. And already a 1v3 situation with this triple DPS. And it is, the first round looked great for triple DPS. Every round since, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, they're triggering Wujus and they're triggering Kunjus. But that's one thing about Rex and Jackasm. It's a big part of their gameplay. So if you can have enough control as triple DPS, then you can actually beat this SK Gaming team. And if you focus on Chip Cyan. But right now they're just not getting enough control out because Darkness Master really doesn't have any kind of control aspects. They're limited on their CC to an Ice Arrow. And look at that, great control, not going to proc that Wuju, not going to hit that double barrier. As right now, Gas Hag and Noerty are not really focusing on Chip Cyan, who will just heal up Rex and Jackasm. But here we go, they're changing targets right now. Noerty trying to keep Rex busy, going to blitz, going to be using the M1 afterwards, trying to get those stacks. Ice Arrow happens, Gas Hag going to be taking out Rex right there, and good swap off. Right on the last second, Gas Hag looking really low. Darkness Master going to have to use his ultimate to get on out. Will he escape from Jackasm's wrath? And yes, he will, but Chip Cyan coming in with the M1, following up right there, and I don't think this is looking very good for this Cold team, Team Anime. As if Gas Hag trips over his shoelaces, he is going to die. And oh, wow, did you see that? He illusioned the Kunju, so great play right there. Good reactions to see that. And, Gas Hag has no chance against this dynamic duo of Chip Cyan and Jackasm, always doing a very nice job. Their twos team is extremely potent. I think it's in the top 10, if I remember correctly, or it was last season, last time I checked. So 2-0 in favor of SK Gaming. They did a little bit better of a job right there. They didn't trigger as many Wujus. Rex got bursted down and taken out by Noerty, but, we'll have to see just a little bit more.
Yep. As, SK looking to shut this one out pretty quickly. Already a Kunju across the map on a Noerty's M1 and right there. And that's what you always got to worry about, those stray M1s, those stray projectiles, baiting the Kunju or the Wujus. And that's big initiation for, practically free. As, the Shurikens come out. Look at Noerty taking the damage right now. Huge damage. Noerty going down within about 15 seconds of match start. And, 5 seconds after his teammate goes down. So Gas Hag, all by himself. Cold team knows this one is over. And, obviously SK is going to be advancing. Very, very easy round for them. At least they made it look real easy, that's for sure. As, Jack has him showing off the new emote for Spearmaster. I like that one. That's a pretty cool one.
The Celebrate, yeah. The Herald of Insight also has a pretty nifty one.
Good.
Yeah. And Scriff with his, taunt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that was
one of
those tournaments.
He's got a new one, though. He's got a new one now. There's a Celebrate for Vanguard, a new one. That, bangs on his shield and makes a ton of noise, so that's going to be even better.
Oh, that's going to be even worse, you mean, whenever we see Donors by Heart.
Hey, I don't mind it, man. I think it's great.
I don't know. Just on the stream, I'll have nightmares and be like, I'll just hear Vanguard's, and it's just like, oh, what's going on? I'm lost. I think I'm in battle or something. But, yeah, are we going to go see Ooga Booga Booga versus Donors by Heart, speaking of Scriff? Or are we going to stick with SK Gaming and watch just more stomps happen? Actually, we got to go to Ooga Booga Booga versus Donor by Heart. So we're leaving this one. Frequency's already moved on. We got to follow the man now. And we'll just try and get that next game underway. But, yeah.
If we can get those admins to get those invites going out, let's do this. Let's get the next one.
I know.
We haven't seen Donors by Heart at all yet today, so it'd be nice to see how they're doing in the brackets. Are they still in winners brackets? Do you know?
Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to actually send you the bracket link, Taz, just because I'm not a nub and I already have them up. So there you go. In Skype for you, buddy.
All right. I don't like how they abbreviate all the team names because it's kind of hard to tell what the actually team name is. It's all DBH, UGA. I mean, I obviously know them because, we've been in the community for a long time. Thankfully they're two of the top tier teams that always, week after week are playing. But it looks like we might be sticking with SK.
What? No. No. What? Okay, Donors by Heart and Ooga Booga Booga. How far along are they in their game? This is ridiculous. Where's Mr. Two? He's at mid game, so
They're in the
all right,
first map, so they've just barely started, so might be best. Rex is saying ignore Sobe. Well,
Dude, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, screw that. I want to go see Mr. Two's game if they are not fully underway. So I'm gonna probably join up later. I'm gonna message him as soon as this game's done. But yeah, okay. In the meantime, I think we have a couple announcements. Yeah.
remember this is ESL.
Yes, that's one of them. This is ESL for all of you who have been with us and maybe took a week break. US 3v3 weekly wasn't getting that many US participants, and EU players were winning, so we're just like, okay, ESL is doing something, and they're offering prizes, in-game blood coins, as well as, well, it's just ESL, right? So we want to try and hype this game up as much as possible. So we are actually doing the broadcasting for the ESL Cups that they're doing. So it gets the word out, and it shows that ESL is getting involved in this game, and that this game is going to be the next esport that ESL is going to really do a lot of coverage for in the future. So that's why we changed the 3v3 US weekly to the ESL Cups. Times are the same. It's 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central European time. But, right now we're just going to be seeing Donors by Heart and Ooga Booga Booga going to be facing off. I just got in at the last second. They invited me, so I'll get you guys in on this fight as well.
I'm in.
Oh, you're in? All right, so it's 2 rounds to 1.
They got no titles on the Worm team. Is that possible?
I don't know. It might just be glitches. So it looks like Mr. 2 using the flamethrower. Not sure if Frequency is in on here, so I'm just going to keep commentating anyways. And he is going to absolutely marauder Script with that ultimate. Script did not have his reflect back up. Wisteria going to try and use Runic Confusion, but it's going to be to no avail against Zant, Blood Champ, and Mr. 2. Always just doing a good job at 3-1 right there, finishing that one up. Frequency was the one that invited me, so I didn't know. I'm too used to actually broadcasting, so I can talk about everything because I know where my mouse cursor is. But it is going to be one map for Team Ooga Booga Booga on the cold side, and we do have Donors by Heart. Scriff always playing the Vanguard, Wisteria being the replacement for Hybrid. Hybrid had some kind of personal stuff to deal with, I believe. Real life gets in the way of video games sometimes, but it's always a good thing to have a life. And Malachor always playing that solid Herald player. Those guys have not changed up their composition in a long, long time. They're sort of like what in Soviet Russia, now known as SK Gaming, was. Just staying with the same bloodlines through and through, even through all the nerfs and the buffs. They just stick with one composition, just knowing the range, just knowing the timing, and playing them to the maximum efficiency possible. So here we go. I believe it is one map in favor of Team Ooga Booga Booga, if I'm not correct. Well,
yeah, that's the case.
That's the case? All right.
So
I didn't know how late we joined.
Yeah, I was told they were on their first map. Apparently, I don't know if you have Whispers turned off, but I guess Sobe's going through me, so he'll let me know.
He has Skype. Skype is actually very valuable for that. And Sobe, just not the brightest guy on the earth. That's why I have to yell at him all day. That's why I have to yell at him all day. I mean, this operation would fall apart if I didn't yell at him like an overlord or anything. But, Taz, take this one away before I keep rambling and getting myself into even more trouble.
Yeah, that's for sure. As Scriff, rocking that brand new weapon from the Vanguard with the shield with a mouth in it, apparently. So, stun combination come out in the Scriff here. Looking to get some opening damage. Toxic Bomb is going to go off. Not going to avail to too much damage, though, as no stacks were on top of him. As Malachor is going to space away, taking a bit of pressure here. There's actually a Wild Burst actually coming out quite early. Not something we see a whole lot of. Oh, man, Zian got crushed right off the bat there. Wisteria putting out the Wild Burst damage, and then Scriff with the heroic charge. 2v3 situation already, and, without the healer on the cold side, Ooga Booga is looking like you're in a bad spot right now. As Blood Champ's trying to be slippery. Not going to be slippery enough. As actually nice EX lunge to get out of trouble. But, he's trying to get a stun off. Does get the stun combination. Intercepted is going to get the kill on Blood Champ all by himself. Not going to be nearly enough. So, Donors by Heart going to take that one quite strong. And there's Scriff with cast Favorite Emotion.
Dude, yes, the rock and roll guitar. If you just spam that over and over, and there again, Scriff just gonna be haunting my nightmares with that. I hate when people yell at me, and then that is just like amplified by 10 times. So, but yeah, here we go. As we saw right there, a little bit of swapping sides in the beginning of that last round. Malachor was trying to be initiated on by Bloodchamp, and that didn't happen. Malachor spaced the other side. Zant just spaced himself, and it looked like Wisteria and Scriff did get a lot of damage, got finished off by that heroic charge. But here we go. Scriff, the one taking damage right now, and Bloodchamp going to try and get the stun combo off onto somebody. Zant coming in maybe for a strike, but that's not going to happen. He's going to have his barrier onto Scriff. Scriff not going to be able to get that shield bash off, and it looks like Zant just still playing the healer role, not really doing any damage whatsoever right now. As Mr. 2 and Bloodchamp are doing a very good job. Wisteria now has the debuff, and Zant gonna space back out. Wisteria gonna try and use Rune of Confusion, only gonna get 2 hits off, and Bloodchamp in the meantime just gonna space through everybody with his lunge, and that is gonna be a nice kill by Zant right there, using that Astral Beam. Cannot reflect that, cannot trance that, and that is gonna be the kill right there, and the Ooga Booga Booga team is gonna make it 1-1 in the rounds. So great play. Zant not playing as aggressive as he usually would like to, but, he did his job. He didn't get out of position, and he didn't get crushed this time, and that was very good.
I'm sure you're happy because, what the hell? They couldn't, obviously, Donors by Heart couldn't taunt because they were dead that round. So, Cast is not going to get, have memories of his abusive past come back to him. As, he'd lived the first part of his life in the closet, and he's just now coming out. So, Scriff taking a lot of damage right now, going below 50% HP. He does get that rune in the middle. Look at this. Already a full bar on Scriff. Malachor with close to a full bar. He is not known for using his lockdown as frequently as some would like him to use it. But look at Warm Team now, dropping really low, 50% around. And actually, Scriff, nice battle shot right there to get their lives back up. But Malachor still taking a ton of damage. Concussive shot going out. Shrink coming out. Oh, not going to be enough, though. He's going to get taken out. And that was just way too much damage for Malachor to handle. That conch shot is just such a long duration stun. And, comboed with Bloodchamp's, camo stun. Just a little too much stun for him to handle as, they were out without a healer for about 5 seconds right there as they were back-to-back stuns. And Wisteria does drop in the meantime. And Ooga Booga is going to take another really strong round for them as, female engineer flexing it up.
Flexing it up. Yeah, I don't know about how sexy those dwarves are, but if Mr. 2 is into that, that's his own kind of personal issue. But more commentary on the game right there. Yeah, concussion shot. It's a 3.2 second in cap. And if you use it for the max duration, combo it with a Moonstone, which I believe lasts for about 1.5 seconds. You can definitely do a lot of crowd control and keep, the healer out of the fight. Yeah, and like you said, the stun combination that Ranid can do, you can do damage right afterwards and, go from there, get the healer down as it looks like Bloodchamp trying to do a little bit of initiation. Nice lunge, going to switch on to Malachor, though. Mr. 2, in the meantime, going to be spacing out, but Scriff's going to be right on his tail, going to be doing him as much damage as possible. Wisteria getting the Amplify stacks off. Mr. 2 does have his machine gun. Will he use it? No, he is not going to be able to get it off, and Scriff, in the meantime, just going to survive and doing a heroic shout just to get that temporary HP back up. So Wisteria and Scriff staying on Mr. 2, who, as an engineer, has very limited mobility. Doing a very good job in that aspect. And it looks like Temporal Lockdown just going to keep Zant in place. And that is going to be it for Ooga Booga Booga. And now it is 2-2 in the count. And Scriff right there, ramming somebody from behind.
As Cast gets excited about a lot.
No, Taz, you are going to be fired, buddy. You're going to be fired. No more Saturday commentating for you.
Dude. You talk about getting rammed behind every single Saturday, so don't even give me that.
I do not. That is such a lie.
Stream Monsters, I know you'll agree with me. Thank you.
Dude,
Bloodchamp.
No longer going to be with us due to his neck being snapped.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Script taking open damage just per the usual, though. He's taking that big damage. And, he's already about 70% HP trying to get healed up as, Malachor's doing everything he can. But, something we don't see a lot from Donors by Heart is Malachor getting pressured. It's usually he gets to sit back and, freely heal. Not the case this time as Ian is actually going to finish him off. And just so much pressure. I mean, completely non-stop pressure on a Malachor that entire fight. Mr. 2 jumping around, Bloodchamp jumping around. Just way too much for him to get out of. And, a team crumbles as a result. And Ooga Booga is going to take this one in 2 maps consistently, so they're going to be moving on to the grand finals, I believe. I would say the vast
Not
majority.
grand finals, winners finals.
Winners finals, right? Exactly. That's what I said. Sort of.
No. It's all right, Tess. It's all right. You can still be confused. Yeah, it's going to be SK Gaming versus Ooga Booga Booga, and I'm glad we were able to catch those last couple of rounds for the Donors by Heart and Ooga Booga Booga games. As you know, we are going to be seeing winners finals coming up, like we said, here in this ESL 3v3 Challenge Cup number 1. There are a couple of different cups here for Bloodline Champions. We do have, Cup number 2, 3, 4, and then the Challenge Cup final that are going to be on there. So we have 4 more weeks of the ESL before this whole series is finished up. But during that time, we will be doing these broadcasts here on Saturday, replacing the 3v3 US Weekly. And I'm sure ESL will have something as soon as the cups are over for us to do on the weekends. But speaking of other changes that are happening here at BL Gaming as well as in Bloodline Champions, if you go to blgaming.com and, check out the site, if you scroll down just maybe to about halfway through the page, you'll see something about DreamHack, Summer 2011 BLC qualifiers. What that is, as you guessed, the qualifiers for DreamHack 2011. And we at blgaming.com are going to be hosting the tournaments for that. So, it starts on Sunday at April 17th, and it's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern and 19 Central European time. So, same times as Kill the King on Sunday. And we are going to be actually doing that tournament. It's going to be a great turnout because, hey, every team that plays right now in all these ESL Cups, the Kill the King, they're going to be there at DreamHack. But they're going to play to the utmost tee. They're not going to, be like Scriff and be drinking whiskey during the tournament. I mean, this is for serious business because DreamHack has $10,000 in prizes if you are able to go, and these are the qualifiers for it. So they're going to actually, play their best, practice even harder, and we'll be seeing some very good games. Getting tongue-twisted. We'll be seeing some very good games coming out through that. So remember, it starts April 17th, so that's in about 2 weeks, and we'll be seeing more updates along those lines.
Yeah, I think it's $6,000 for number 1 spot in DreamHack. So that's a good amount of cash, especially for a 3v3 team. $2,000 a piece. I don't know if that's a euro in euros or a USD, but $6,000 for first, $3,000 for second, $1,000 for third. Not petty cash right there. That's some good money.
Yeah, true. And also, you might be able to get a sponsorship. I know some teams maybe have sponsors looking into them. SK Gaming's already on board, as you can see with Rex, Chipsane, and Jackasm. But other top-tier teams, they might get sponsored as well because DreamHack is picking this up in a first official manner. I mean, this is the first year that this game has been out. It came out January 13th, not even half a year old, and it's already being recognized and picked up as an official game at DreamHack with a large prize pool. So that's very good. You got ESL rolling on the ball with it. And, here at BLG, we found out early that, hey, this game is so unique and it could be the thing of the future. We picked up on it, and now we are just the premier source for all Bloodline Champion content. So that's just my opinion. And, of course, more page hits, more I can actually do commentary because, like I said, I had to be late today because I had to work. Got to pay the bills. Don't make any money off of this commentary. We need more hits on the site. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about BLC in general because,
we need growth in that area, that's for sure.
What?
We need growth in that area, that's for sure.
Yeah, we do. I mean, both U.S. and European scene. And it's not a game that you can easily pick up. If you're new and you're just like, oh, well, this game looks easy, it's not. And you have to tell your friends that as well. Everything is skillfully aimed. Even your melee swings, you can't take those for granted.